want to know averagely how much does an RN earn in the United States of America. I'm going to use my laptop and I'm going to pull this and we're going to see this together. But according to the US labor statistic, as of May 2021, the average salary of a USRN annually is... Another thing you need to know, the states that pay averagely lower than other states are going to be paying between $35,690 to $68,890. Making money is action, keeping money is behavior, but growing money is knowledge. So why am I using these catchy phrase or quote? I read this quote and it has triggered me to talk about a video that has been requested for so long. Salary of a USRN as a foreign educated nurse, like salary for a foreign educated nurse. So in this video today, we are going to look at how much salary foreign educated nurses earn, and I'm going to use myself as an example. And guys, just for a moment, if you're new here, please do subscribe, please do like, please do share, please do leave comment on type of videos that you want me to make, because this channel is a community, it's a family of nurses wanting to practice in the United States of America from international countries. So as a foreign educated nurse in the United States of America, how much will you want? Before we get into that, we want to know averagely how much does an RN earn in the United States of America. I'm going to use my laptop and I'm going to pull this and we're going to see this together. But according to the US labor statistic, as of May 2021, the average salary of a USRN annually is $77,600, which is averaging to $37.31 an hour. So you're going to get $77,600 US dollar annually, but on an hourly rate, averagely, we are getting $37.31. Again, these might not be true to every individual or case or person. Some people are making more and some people are making less. This is just an estimate of the country's average. And there are many factors that play a role on how much really you are going to earn. So let me pull the labor and statistic website and see how much we earn. I will explain all that. But what are the factors that play on how much you will make as an RN, whether it's an international or local? One is the location. Some states pay higher than other states, and this is influenced by the average cost of living in these states. For example, everybody want to go to California. California pays its nurses a lot of money, but what is the cost of living in California? A one bedroom, I googled, an average one bedroom in California might go between $1,500 to $2,000, while a one bedroom house in North Dakota, I'm in North Dakota right now, goes for around $650. So that tells you somebody working in California won't be paid with the same as person working in North Dakota. So locality matters a lot. Where you are matters. The second factor, guys, is going to be experience. Your pay goes up with your years of experience. A seasoned nurse will not be paid as a new grad. So the pay is gonna range between your level of experience. If you have 2 years of experience, I have 20 years of experience, our pay won't be the same. And if you are a new grad, also our pay won't be the same. The next factor is education. We have LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, LPN. Education matters. An LPN, an RN, and NP cannot be paid the same. One person has associates, one person has diploma, the next person has a master's. You can't be paid the same. So that will determine how much you're being paid. The industry that you're working. For example, government nurses are paid a lot compared to bedside nurses, and travel nurses are paid more compared to bedside staff nurse. So really, it depends in what industry or in what niche you are as a nurse to determine how much you're paid. So these are just the general factors that you're being paid. So we're going to go into these websites and averagely see how much an international nurse is paid, and I'm going to pull out my pay stubs and just show you how much I was paid as an international nurse. It's not been a year since I stopped international nursing. My contract ended on the 15th of October of 2022, which is not that long, right guys? When we log here into the US Bureau of Labor and Statistics, it gives you a summary of how much is going to a nurse is earning. So according to US Bureau of Labor and Statistics, averagely as of 2021, a nurse is going to be earning, as I said earlier, right here, 77,600, which is equivalent to 37.31 per hour. And then your entry level of education, they say bachelor's degrees, but really you don't need a bachelor's degrees. You start with diploma or the associate's degree, and then you advanced. We are headed to bachelor degrees, but we are not yet there. With this shortage, they're still working with associates. And then we have job outlook for USRN is growing at 6% as fast as the average. Like, it is 6%. It's growing so fast. So nursing shortage is real. So that just tells you where we are at. And then I said locality really matters. The highest paid states in the United States of America are going to be annual mean wage of registered nurses by state, May of 2022. So the highest states that pay more are right here in dark blue, as you can see. And they are going to be paying 82,660 to 124,000 US dollar annually. And these states are going to be Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Alaska, Minnesota, New York, and some small states in there. So averagely, those are states that are going to be pay a lot. And I say, guys, these states that pay a lot, remember, their cost of living is very high. You can't expect to be working in California and be paid to be with somebody who works in South Dakota. And that means the higher the pay, the higher the cost of living. Another thing you need to know, the states that pay averagely lower than other states are going to be paying between 35,690 to 68,890. And those states are going to be South Dakota, those states are going to be Arkansas, those states are going to be Missouri, and so much. So they're right here from South Dakota down as you come to Tennessee, as you come to Kentucky, as you come down here to Indiana, as you come here to West Virginia, and all that. They're all there. Those are the states that pay low. So low and high. The state that will pay you so low and the state that will pay you so high. When it comes to industry, we said industry play a factor on how much we are going to be paid. So let's go to the industry. So pay, again, all this information is going to be in the US Bureau of Labor and Statistics. This is an official website that talks about labor in the United States of America. So pay averagely, which industry pays more? Government industry. And government industry are going to pay averagely 85,970. Then we are going to have the hospital, which are state, local, and private. The average pay is $78 and $70. Then ambulatory health services, I believe those are surgical outpatients, that are going to be 76,700. Then nursing and residential. Then finally education services. And actually I realized that's why we don't have so many lecturers, because educational services don't pay that much. So that is going to be where we go to the pay. Until there, guys, I hope you understand what is going on here. So as an international nurse, how much are you going to be paid? First of all, as an international nurse with staffing agency, you will be mostly started with a new grad salary. Why does this happen? This agency or most of these hospitals don't put into account your work experience internationally. They will consider it, but not all. So averagely, that is what you are going to get. And I'm going to go in here and Google averagely what is a new grad salary in the United States of America. So let's have that. So let's Google that. Average pay for new grad RN. So what is an average pay for new grad RN? So they're saying the average pay, so hourly range, averagely it's going to be $29. So actually that is now where that brings me in. Me as Marion, as an interstaff nurse, how much was I paid per hour? So guys, we are going to go in here and dig how much was I paid per hour. So I already opened these. I'm going to see the highest which I was paid and the lowest. lowest. The lowest here mean the minimum amount of hours I was required to work, which were 36 hours. I was working a 12-hour shift 3 days a week, which amounted to 36. So when I pushed myself, how many hours did I do and how much did I earn? Let's get into it. Let me not keep you waiting. So here we go. This is going to be my payslip. It's my earning statement. I'm using one of my long time ago 21 paystub, 2021 paystub, and I worked. So we're just going down to earning. You can see there is my big name written there, and we are going to go to my earnings. So my earnings, my regular pay was $30 an hour. That pay period I was being paid weekly. I did 36 hours, and 36 times 30 was amounting to 1,186. So my gross pay was 1,186. Do I take this home? No. And this is another thing. We forget that, there are taxes. At times, the taxes that we put are just average. Like when you're back home, you try to do, things in your head and you feel the way you're going to earn a lot of money. So my tax was federal, which is the national government took the 99.39, and then the social security, we call it the old age and the disability tax. That's how I call it. They took $66 from me, and then the Medicare, again, national healthcare insurance, did take 15.44, and then now my state tax, which is Arizona, they took 38.33, and then my other deduction were medical 125. Since I was single, they were taking 21.25. When they started doing the medical thing, because I started working in 2019, they were taking $50, and all of a sudden it decreased to 21. Thank God, because I never used this insurance. I thank God for good health. So a total of around $250 was deducted from my 1,086, and I remained with a total of, let me say, $201. So I remained with 845.57. So that was the salary that did see non-negotiable is right here, and I can't negotiate my salary. I know that. So the total amount that I got here was 845.57. So that was my salary when I worked on my minimum hours, 36 hours. So let's say I get 845, and that was not even my rent. That is, so we have 4 weeks in a month, right? And that is going to be 845. So 845 times 4, you can do the math in your head, but that is not even my rent. So I have 845. My rent was around, by 2021, my rent was around $906 or $907 for my 1 bedroom. That is minus electricity. I wasn't paying utilities. It was inclusive in my rent. So I was having a rent of $900, and then I was having my electrical bill was roughly $100 too. So that is my salary. So put that salary, because that is the amount you're going to earn. If you earn more, it's gonna be $34. I see very few nurses started with $40. So the range is usually 25. I'm not strong. 25, let's say 25 to 35. It's very rare to get somebody paid 40. Are they there? Yes. Are they even rates of 50? Yes, but they're very rare. We are working with a common figure for everyone. So that is what I got. And then when now I pushed myself, I think I needed money, or I needed to work so hard and pay something, or I needed to finish my contract, because I had my contract delayed because of my military training, which I'm gonna talk about, guys, also. So let's get this. In 2022, I don't remember when, but InstitutSaf decided to raise my money to $31. I had $31. So I worked 60.75 hours, which is 5 days of working. Gee, was I not strong then? And look at what I'm earning after working 5 days. And this is when COVID was COVID. Guys, life can be so unfair. So my regular pay was $31. I worked for 40 hours, which are my normal. Anything above 40 is going to be extra. So the salary was going to be $12.40. If I only did 40 hours, that was what I was going to make. But because I worked extra 20 hours, so your salary extra, anything above 40 is going to be 0.15. So your salary, then a half of that salary is added. So 0.15 of 31 was going to be 46.5. So 46.5 so times my 20 hours brought 964. So a total of my gross went to 2,204 after working 5 hours. After working for 5 days. Jesus Christ, is that not fair or unfair? It is fair because I signed this contract, and I usually don't like blaming someone. I signed this contract and I was comfortable here. I didn't look for any job outside my job because I really didn't want to, and at that time I was okay. So that was 2,204. And then, of course, Uncle Sam, who is the tax person, we call him Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, the government took their 346, of course. The Social Security, their 135. So Uncle Sam took 346. Social Security took 135. Medicare took 31. And then Arizona took their 78. And then the Medicare took their 19 point. That was my medical insurance. So that day, I took home a total of 1,593.28. Again, it's non-negotiable. You can understand why people work hard in the US, because you really have to work hard to make ends meet. Because I'm single, that's why you see my medical deduction is so low. Imagine somebody who is married with 3 kids. What is going to be their medical deduction? And you need it. You really do need it. And let's say this one person, because when you come in, probably that one person is the sole breadwinner. That means they have to do the grocery shopping. That means they have to do bills. Everything is on them. So when you see somebody working 5 days a week, every day, the shoe is not the same size for everyone. Our shoe size are different. And whatever somebody is going through, that is their life. Let them work wherever they want to work, guys. That is how much, as a person, you need to have that mindset of how much deduction you will get. And I think even if you want to further understand this deduction, when you are given an offer, I think you can just go to Google and get the tax calculator in the US. There we go. So TurboTax usually does that, but we just need, we need a tax calculator. Then now you will enter those figures that they are, they ask you, and then you will know roughly how much you're going to earn, so that you come having that rough idea how much you're going to earn. And then also just do your research and know what is the cost of living where you are going to be. Again, guys, money is the end game. But as you look for money as an international agency nurse, there are factors that I tell you to consider before signing your contract. Because we come to work for money, but trust me, something like years of contract really matters. If I can get where I can do 2 years of contract and they're paying me $30 and I have another person giving me 35 and 3 years of contract, I will take the 2 years of contract with $30 because I will get another job after finishing my contract that will max the $5 that I'm losing in that 1 year that I'm going to lose because of $35. So guys, again, the choice is yours. But click on that link and watch on factors you need to consider before choosing your contract. I hope these salary things will give an insight on how it's gonna be. I'm a single person. As you can see, is it enough for somebody who is married with 3 or 4 or 5 kids coming to the United States of America? I really don't know what your expenditure curve look like, but I really certainly know you'll need to work an extra shift here or there to make ends meet, because also you need to send money home. I'm going to leave the link right here. Click on that link and learn what are the factors that you need to consider before signing your contract, because it is very important before you sign your contract.